What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the For the Title podcast, episode 6. We had a bunch of fights this past weekend, Friday, Saturday. How was everybody's weekend looking like?
Pretty chill.
Yeah, it was
A lot of
pretty
working.
good, man.
Just
You already
sucked.
know.
I didn't do much, just watch the fights. It was a pretty chill weekend, just doing chores and shit, mostly.
Yeah, bro, chores suck, man. I still gotta clean my backyard. Gotta wash the dog. Gotta put
just finished
stuff on
washing
the
clothes.
walls, bro. Like,
Don't
it's
forget
crazy.
to wash yourself.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
My backyard is full of like trees and like cut down woods and shit. And
Your
it's
backyard
just
is a
sitting
vibe,
there.
low key.
Yeah, I
That
like
view is a
it.
vibe.
Yeah, it really is. I like it.
I
It's a nice view
gotta,
when it's
I gotta buy a pressure washer, man. Because after the party, floor is still dirty. I just gotta pressure wash everything and just
Like
resand
coffee
everything.
stain still there.
No. Actually, the coffee stain's gone, surprisingly, but it's still messy. I still got all that beer and all that soda, man. I gotta find a way to get rid of it.
What about the lobsters?
It was alright. It was not bad. We saved it, you know.
Fire.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
love
I wouldn't know.
lobster.
Oh yeah.
Moses never ate lobster before. That's crazy.
Yo, who's hyped for the playoffs? Yo,
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness.
Let's
Lake
get it,
Show.
Hey, you
Knicks
already
finally
know
back
the
after-
Knicks are back in the playoffs.
I
But
smell
you're
an
After 8
upset.
years.
The Knicks are
But
back in the playoffs, but you're really going for the Lakers. Let's go.
Yo, tell me how what they call Madison Square Garden sold out almost instantly.
Enough basketball talk, I think. What's up with the fights? Everybody, there was a lot of fights. A lot of fights.
It really was. It was.
There was a
Yeah,
lot
it was
of
a busy
fights.
weekend.
How you want to start?
And a lot of
UFC or
announcements, too.
Bellator?
Let's go
Let's
with
start with the
Bellator.
UFC.
I said let's go with
You-
Bellator. I said I'll agree with
Bellator?
Bellator.
They
Yeah,
led.
let's
They
go
led the
Bellator.
weekend. We got to lead with them. They started
That's
on a
good. I
Friday.
agree.
UFC was on the Saturday.
For sure. I
Okay,
agree,
fine.
man.
Let's leave.
I just
with
want.
Bellator.
I do want to say this though. The vibe from a Bellator event and a UFC event.
Yeah,
is
it's not the
just-
same.
Totally
it's
different.
just not the same. You
It's
know,
not the same.
It's-
Night and day.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Maybe you're so used to hearing specific commentators or what's it called? The just the way that fighters approach fight day. It's kind of weird watching Bellator when you're so used to watching UFC.
I think UFC is just what everybody's so used to because it's just the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
There's as a roster in an entirety, Bellator has a few guys and a few girls that might stand out in the UFC, but there's a bunch of UFC guys that can just go over there and dominate in Bellator. As a whole, as a roster as a whole, there's no competition like the UFC.
Yeah.
For sure,
Pretty
for
much.
sure. Definitely agree. It's just again, like I said, the vibe just doesn't hit like a UFC event. You
Well,
get me?
they
And
got some of their guys. They got
Hey,
some of the guys they bred. Aaron
I'm not-
Pico,
yeah.
Michael Venom Page.
I agree.
Michael Chandler came from
Chandler up
over.
until now.
Bellator for sure has killers in it that I think will or would transfer over and keep that same energy.
And I think some could even be champions.
Agree.
UFC.
I agree for sure.
But what's up with that Chris Cyborg fight?
Another
Yeah.
beatdown, but
Yeah.
Leslie Smith. That was a rematch, right? That was the second.
Yeah,
they fought like
it
5
was-
years
yeah.
ago or something.
I think in the first fight she lost in like 30 seconds or something like that.
Man,
And this
Yeah.
one
If
she
I'm
lost in the
mistaken.
last 10 seconds.
Last 10 seconds. I
Leslie
thought she
Smith
was-
is a dog, though. Did you guys ever see that fight where she got her ear split? And it's like one of the
I
most
think-
gruesome pictures.
I think so, yeah.
I've seen the pictures. I don't remember
Yeah.
watching the fight though. It was disgusting.
Dude, it was
man.
falling off. It was
Her-
it was split in half down the middle. It was falling off.
Because her cauliflower ear got like fucking exploded, right?
My goodness, it was so bad.
Yeah, it had to do with that cauliflower
That's
ear
a
for
little
sure.
scary.
Yeah. But
That's terrible.
yeah, again, man, Chris Cyborg just shows why she has no comp aside from I guess the
Amanda.
GOAT. You get me?
Amanda.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane to think about how she's just getting fed wins.
She just
I
had
was actually-
shoulders above everybody else.
I was actually really surprised because she's been fighting for a long time, but she's only 35.
She's been fighting
I was actually-
forever.
I was surprised that she was still that young. I thought she was reaching 40s.
Bellator has to sign Kayla Harrison to fight Cyborg. Kayla Harrison, her contract is up at the end of the year. She has to go over to the
How about
Bellator
this?
and fight Cyborg.
I think Kayla Harrison is going to be a problem no matter who she fights. Cyborg,
Mhm.
Amanda,
Mhm.
anybody. That girl
She's
is
huge
a
and
beast.
two-time judo champion in the Olympics.
Gold medalist.
Right. No,
Nobody
for sure.
and anybody in MMA history can say that. Guy, girl was never a two-time Olympic gold medalist.
Bro, I was watching that fight, and I was just thinking how what's it called, Cyborg and like Leslie Smith, like they were exchanging pretty well, but just the difference in the power between both of them, it just was not fair. Like every punch that Cyborg threw, you can see it like affect Leslie Smith instantly. It was just crazy.
Her and Amanda are the only women I've ever seen to have that power like that difference-making power.
Yeah.
Man, they swing for the fences.
I think
It's
that's
like you get hit by one of those and it's just different.
I think that's I think that's like 4 fights already for Cyborg, right? In
3 or
Bellator,
4, something like
3 or
that.
4.
Yeah, around that.
Did she fight right away for the title?
Yeah, I think
she
so.
did.
I think she did. Yeah. So she won, and I think she's defended twice or 3 times already, if I'm correct.
She's a beast, man. Got to give it to Cyborg. She's one of the all-time greats.
Yeah. And it's crazy. They were talking.
And a pioneer.
They were asking her questions like if she felt disrespected about like not being called the GOAT and stuff about like after what happened with Amanda and shit. And she was just talking about how like there's gonna always be somebody to compare and be the GOAT to. So she's not very like really affected by it as far as like the fact that they're calling Amanda the GOAT and not her. So I thought that was pretty cool of her. You get me? She was like, there's always gonna be someone else.
But the fact that they have both dominating resumes against everybody else, and when they finally faced each other, Amanda viciously knocked her out. That's just, I think.
I agree.
Okay, give credit where credit is due, because Cyborg did. She clipped Amanda a few times too. She had Amanda hurt.
She hit Amanda, but
Amanda just beat her to the punch.
Bro, you know what that fight was? That fight was just like the Cody and TJ fight, bro. It was like it would just start swinging and whoever lands.
At least kind of, because at least Cody drops TJ in both their fights.
But no, I agree.
And then,
I meant it in the sense like they were both swinging, and hey, if
I feel like in that fight,
Cyborg would have landed,
they didn't respect her power, and she tried to just steamroll her.
I agree, but I'm saying my point is like if Cyborg would have landed, I think it could have done the same thing. You get me? It would have been either or.
There were a couple other fun fights too, man, on the Bellator card. Not just Cyborg. Did you guys see Leon's brother, Fabian Edwards, and Mr.
Van Zandt?
Man, that was a good fight.
Yeah, but everybody. So from what I've seen, everybody was saying how boring it was. But I mean, what's it called?
I'm one of them.
Yeah. It was.
Why do you guys think it was boring?
You gotta
because
think.
why
do you king? You said that about a lot of fights, though. It was a good ass fight on the past UFC fight that you said you were sleeping for.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I was like this, and I was like, oh shit.
Do you think it's because more you don't know them and you're like not as interested? Maybe they're not like as big of a name, or it's not as, like, as important.
I knew them. It was just.
I mean, obviously you know them, but like maybe the stakes weren't that high in a fight. It wasn't that important. They're not like top ranked guys.
Maybe I couldn't tell you. I just know I got tired.
I think honestly, I think it has to do with the fact that it's like you said, it's probably not a well-known like fight. People don't know them aside from Leon's brother and Paige's husband. You get me? So and
the winner came out beat up. He was
bloody.
Oh yeah.
It was bad.
Oh yeah, because he caught him at the, like the last minute. He caught him with a vicious ass elbow, like on that Leon Edwards' brother. Game. I love how we refer to him.
That's what we're talking about.
Fabian Edwards.
That's literally why you fell asleep.
Pretty much.
But
you thought Leon Edwards was fighting Paige Van Zandt.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess also because it was that classic like wrestler versus striker fight, and the wrestler's always gonna try to neutralize that striker, but trying to grapple and stuff. I mean, it is what it is, and again, it was kind of
stop it. Why not?
Yeah.
That was a top 5 fight too. They were both ranked 3 and 4. You think Austin deserves a title shot now?
No, I think he needs a title. I think he needs a title eliminator. He needs one more. Because he's a 185. Who's the 185 champ right now for
He's
Bellator?
170. I thought he was welterweight.
No, that's a 185.
No, 185. He's having the tournament. No, he's having a tournament right now.
What? Dude, I'm telling you,
that's a light heavyweight tournament.
That was a middleweight fight, bro.
Oh, so they're middle. That's Musasi's champion there.
I'm telling you, yeah, that was a middleweight fight. I think
that'd be a good fight.
That would be.
Musasi's good on the ground.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Like either that or maybe give him, a title eliminator, one more fight, and boom, fight for that belt.
See, Edwards, that striker, his ground game is nowhere near what Musasi's is. So if Mr. Van Zandt takes down Musasi, I think Musasi's gonna give him a lot of problems down there. Musasi's got like 60 fights, dude.
Dude, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah. Like single digit losses too.
He's a vet, man. He's a beast.
And he used to fight at light heavy.
I think Musasi.
I didn't know that. He was up. He
used to fight at light heavy. Yeah, I think in Pride, right, or in Japan.
I think yeah. And I think if he came back to the UFC, he would still be in the top 5 easily.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. For sure. What's it called? Also, Valerie Loretta just got her first loss
against
him. That's kind of disappointing. I wanted to see her celebration.
Yeah.
I thought she won. I honestly thought she won.
It was split, wasn't it?
She had 2 rounds.
Yeah. I think it was split.
I missed. She got put in like almost in an armbar and like rolled out of it.
No, I think it was UD. I think it was unanimous.
Yeah, she had ligament.
Oh yeah, it was unanimous decision. Yeah, I missed the first 2 rounds. I didn't get a chance to see him. So, but from what I saw, man, it wasn't that bad of a fight. It was close. I can see.
Yeah, that was actually the most.
Valerie showed pretty good defense on the ground.
Yeah, that was her first loss. I think she's like 3-1 now in Bellator.
Mm-hmm. They kicked off the main card, right?
Yeah, they were at the beginning of the main card. Yeah.
Kind of sucks. I wanted to see Valerie's celebration if she won.
Of course.
Yeah, you mentioned.
But did you see Hannah? She kind of like did Valerie's signature like little like twirl thing that she does.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it was kind of it was pretty good.
She tore her ligaments and then did her dance move. That's disrespectful. But yeah, Bellator was popping this past weekend.
So we had the Garbrandt versus Font this weekend, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
That was actually
surprising.
It's actually a good fight, man. Really good fight.
It was surprising. I thought Garbrandt was going to dominate, but it ended up being the opposite.
Man, Font's reach just made all the difference in that
fight.
That
jab was snappy.
6 inches in reach, right?
Yeah.
That jab was snappy.
He had Cody on the back foot all fight.
Well, you know
it was
what,
a good fight, but Font clearly won the fight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You know what? Props to Cody, man. He showed his chin for sure because he's always getting that no chin instead of no love.
Yeah, I seen a comment on a video. They were talking about how like some people how they have cardio and not strength, and strength and not cardio. But I seen somebody said Cody's sacrificed his chin for godly power, speed, and cardio.
That's pretty good.
Cody's a beast, though, man. He was catching Font a lot of the times on the way in.
He was looking for that like duck under right too. I don't know if you guys kept noticing.
Yeah.
And,
he kept going back.
And Rob noticed too. So every time he went back to the cage, he was like backing up and shit.
Yeah,
so that was pretty. It was a fun fight to watch, man.
Rob was putting him on the cage all fight.
For a second, I thought he was gonna get knocked out, man.
You think Cody will recover from this though? You think he'll recover from this? He's 1-4 in his last. I think it's 1-4, 1-3, 1-4.
1-3 in his last 4.
Shaw, 1 to Munoz, and then he beat Asensio, and now he just lost. So
1-4.
To be fair though, they should turn Cody's and TJ's fight to a no contest, man. After he tested positive like that twice.
I mean, he still lost.
But he didn't test positive against Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It was only against
I
Cejudo.
Yeah, true. I mean, he was still fucking juicing though.
They still had. I mean, they had USADA then.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I'm just saying he got away with it for sure.
I seen on the scorecards that they gave Cody 2 rounds. On one of the judges gave 2 rounds to Cody.
I gave Cody 1 round. That's it.
I gave Cody.
There was 2 rounds where he had a takedown.
Yeah, it was the first.
Why they gave it to him.
I agree.
He had a takedown in more than 1 round. I think it was the first and the second that they gave to him. But still,
on the feet, Rob was getting up. Like I remember on one of the rounds, Cody had taken him down, and Rob had a beautiful Kimura trap and like got him back up.
Yeah, but that was after he had been on the ground. He had been on the ground for a little while already by then.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Cody was on top of him for a little while, but then he had ground control. Takedowns count for a lot in a round, man. And he got was it the first or second round? He got 2 takedowns in 1 round.
I think he had 4 total takedowns, so I'm guessing it was 2 and 2.
This Font was clearly ahead on the striking, not by much because Cody was cracking him also. But Cody had 2 takedowns in a round. He's going to give him the edge in the round every time.
Yeah, for sure.
I seen at the end of the fight, in the last like 10 seconds of the 5th, I saw Rob didn't want to risk anything, so he just pulled guard.
And he just
pulled guard. I thought that was pretty
legendary.
Funny.
You know, he landed like 170 significant strikes. That's like a PR for him, man. That's a lot.
He beat his personal. Yeah,
but he's never been in a 5-round fight. He's never been.
That was his first one, right? Yeah, good for him.
He's gonna be a problem. He's gonna be a problem,
bro. He called it, man. He said his jab was gonna be what won him that fight, and his jab was so stiff, bro. Every time Cody and them exchanged.
Big for the division, man.
Yeah,
he's
big.
He said.
He looked way bigger than Cody in there.
Yeah, he did for sure.
Yeah, especially with that reach. But he said he sees a fight with Jan going the same way as Cody because he said he'll just stick behind the reach and keep him at a distance.
Yeah, I saw that, and he said it's
not Cody though.
He said, and he also said that a fight with Aljo for him specifically will be harder than a fight with Jan.
He thinks.
Yeah. For him though, he's not saying the fight itself is easier.
I know, but I'm saying he still thinks if he ever gets in there with Jan, man, Jan causes anybody that they put in front of him problems.
That fight would be a stand-up fight the whole time, anyway. So
I didn't know he named his gym the New England Cartel. I didn't know it was him.
Bro, he had Calvin Cater. He was in his corner in that fight.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the pre-fight warm-ups. He was warming up with Calvin Cater.
Yeah, they're teammates.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
They're both top guys in the division.
To be honest, I think that's why he fights at 135 and not 145.
He's big.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee that's the reason because they're teammates. They don't want to,
He's big. They're both in the top of their divisions, man. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. What do you think next for Cody?
Yeah.
Cody. What's Cody ranked right now?
He's
4.
He was 4.
And
he's probably going to either be 3.
No, it's gonna stay.
5 or 6.
That's gonna stand. I think rankings are gonna stand right now.
Yeah.
He's still gonna
be 4, he'll go down 1 to 5, but that's a maybe.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, I think honestly, I think his next fight is gonna be at Fly because he's been talking about going down to Fly anyways.
He had a title shot with Davis.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. I think after this,
do you think they'll still give it to him coming off this loss to Rob?
Maybe.
I mean, the flyweight division isn't that stacked. You get me? So a big name like Cody coming in to fight the winner of Davis and Moreno. Yeah. So I think, or maybe one more fight, just a 125 fight, and then if he wins that, But I can
just to at least show he can make the weight.
Right. So I'm
sure
guessing,
he can. He's one of the smaller bantamweights, Cody.
Yeah, I don't doubt that he can, but I think that's what's next for Cody is definitely a 125 fight.
Yeah, and a 135 division.
It's booming, bro.
Yeah,
it's booming, man, for sure. Stacked. What's the rankings for the 135 right now?
I don't know, but the winner of Sandhagen and Dillashaw is getting the title fight. I'll tell you that.
Title fight, maybe Cody. If anything, Cody gets the loser.
If Sandhagen beat if Sandhagen beat Dillashaw,
it would have to be fun.
If Sandhagen wins and doesn't get a title shot, that's going to be criminal, dude. He's coming off 2 or 3 of the craziest knockouts I've ever seen.
After getting choked out.
When do they fight again? When's that fight?
It's not scheduled. I don't think it's scheduled.
I think I heard it was something.
I
for
think
July,
it was July, right? And when
it
is
was 11th or
target,
24th, something like
when
that.
is the flyweight championship? Is it? I'm sorry, the bantamweight championship. No, it is the.
Oh no! I thought you meant no. Aljo and Jan aren't scheduled, but yeah.
Oh no, we're talking about
Corey.
Sandhagen.
Corey and TJ are for July.
Yeah.
Right. That's what.
Is it gonna be the same card as Poirier and McGregor?
No, I think they're gonna headline the fight night.
Oh my god, I can't wait for Poirier and McGregor.
I know.
That should give me anxiety.
Did you see the poster that came out already?
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
it's on the UFC IG
page. Please send it to me. Woohoo, that fight's gonna be insane.
Did you guys see the obviously you guys saw it, but what do you guys feel about the Carla Esparza dominant performance?
That was a statement.
Bro, as soon as she went straight for the takedown and did not let her up.
She didn't go straight for it. Xionan gave it to her. That first takedown, she lunged in one of those punches. Carla Esparza, you're gonna give me this? That's easy for her. She's one of the best wrestlers in the division.
Did it twice.
I honestly thought Xionan was gonna win. She got
I thought too.
bullied.
Yeah. It was bad, man. Did you see that cut after that elbow?
Esparza's wrestling is different, bro.
Yeah, she's good, man.
She's a beast.
Her next fight is definitely gonna be with Doug. It's gotta be.
Has to be.
That's five in a row for her.
5 in a row. She's a top 5. She just beat number 3 in front of her. She was number
4 too.
Yeah,
right?
she was 4.
Yeah.
She just beat number 3.
She's earned it. She's earned it.
And she's already beat Rose. There's so many things that say dominant win. Already beaten Rose. Top 5 win.
And thinking about it, like I think it's gonna be. It could be soon at least. You know, she took no damage. Doug took no damage.
And she got a finish.
Yeah.
It wasn't a decision. She finished.
Right.
And you know that was her first finish since Rose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She doesn't normally finish her fights.
Yeah.
She's a decision fighter.
That's crazy, man.
She bullied her.
Dude, she got it in a crucifix at the end. It was just,
that was bad.
Bro,
that was bad.
Just raining down on elbows, just like the
She's
Valentina.
Small, but her wrestling is so good, man.
Sean was raining blood.
That was insane.
That literally, like, as what Shao, she was on a good streak too, right? I think she was undefeated. That was her first loss.
She had one loss.
One loss.
Was it one loss in the UFC or one loss like before?
I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I guarantee she had one loss. This is her.
I think this is her first loss in the UFC. I want to say it's her first loss in the UFC.
She was top 3. Yeah, this had to have been her first loss in the UFC.
But really, like, her ground, she had no ground game, bro.
Oh,
no ground
couldn't
game.
Do anything. She tried to bridge out at the crucifix. Couldn't.
It was like
nothing.
she didn't even shrimp in the right way when she got put in side control. She had her shoulders pinned to the ground. You get taught, like, it's basic jiu-jitsu. You get taught go into the shoulder, relieve that pressure, and start making your way to pushing into shrimp. Like, she just had everything pinned to the ground. She was not doing nothing.
She was doing things in the wrong time.
Yeah.
She was doing. It just didn't make sense what she was doing.
It was. You could tell it was desperation. She kind of. I don't know if she got
tried to like burst and try to like force her way out, and she couldn't.
It wasn't gonna work like that.
You know, at first, I don't think she minded because Carla wasn't really doing any damage. But once Carla started putting the pressure on her on the ground, it was good night from there, man. It was over.
Crazy how she couldn't do anything to get out of it.
Definitely Doug and Carla. It's the only thing that makes sense right now.
All right, so who deserves the rematch then? Zhang Weili or Carla Esparza?
Esparza.
Carla.
Weili, we got to think about it. Weili got finished, bro. And she wasn't some dominant champion at the same time.
She had one crazy war with Joanna, and that was. And some people thought Joanna might have won.
Here we go.
But no. I think maybe Weili gets one more fight. If she wins, then she could talk about another rematch. But I see Carla Esparza getting this.
She deserves it. She deserves it, in my opinion. That fight, that was a statement fight. Even Dana White says, "Yeah, I'm starting to consider it."
For sure.
So,
be dirty if they don't give it to her.
It definitely makes sense.
If they don't give it to her in the next championship fight, she definitely deserves the next one. At least in my opinion. I don't even think she needs another fight in order.
No, I don't think she should take a fight. I think
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, her next fight should be.
She should do the Charles Oliveira and wait until they hand it to her.
I agree.
Yeah, she's got it.
Another good fight was Jack Hermanson with
Shabazayan.
Yeah, bro.
I forgot. It was a split decision, wasn't it?
No.
it was a
It
unanimous.
It was unanimous. Yeah, it was unanimous.
Yeah.
Not for nothing. I
Jack.
forgot how like Edmund's hands are like they're nice, man.
He's nice, bro.
Yeah.
He's got
He's
some
nice
nice
with it.
hands for sure.
He's nice, man.
Yeah.
He came out to the Contender Series, right? It was the Contender Series where
he was actually
Yeah.
well, he was
Wasn't it
Ronda.
Shabazayan?
He was Ronda's
Oh yeah,
sparring
that's right.
partner.
Yeah.
No,
That's
he
true.
said he wasn't really Ronda's sparring partner. Ronda once had an open workout, and she kind of just tossed him around, like showing judo
Yeah.
moves when he was like
Okay.
15.
They made it seem like he trained
But
with
he's
her,
from
you know what I mean?
he was much younger, but he's from her gym.
Yeah.
So
They
she
they
saw
had the
him
same
coming
coach.
up.
He said he's pretty big guy too, man. I didn't think he was that
He is.
big. He's a big
He's a
dude.
beast.
I thought he was gonna win this fight. I'm not gonna lie. I thought
Especially how he was looking on the feet in the first round.
Yeah, exactly. And he stuffed the takedown in the first round too, right?
Yeah, he stuffed some
Yeah.
takedowns.
So I was
Jack
like,
is a
oh,
dog, bro. Jack is a dog.
yeah. I think he needed that win as well. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, they were both coming off of losses.
Yeah, I think Jack dropped 2 though. No.
No, Jack only dropped 1. They were both only down 1. Jack lost
But-
to Marvin.
I think
That's
it's more
right, yeah.
okay that like if Jack lost this one, he probably wouldn't be one of the top guys anymore. He's probably still top 10 or whatever. But I think Shabazayan could still bounce back from this. He's still
He's
Yeah.
23. He's only
super
23.
young.
He's ranked 11 regardless. What, he's 23, you said?
Yeah, he's
something
gonna get
like
so
that.
much better. He's
Bro,
gonna get so
yeah,
much better
exactly,
coming
man.
up.
But I do think he needs to change camps. I think because he
Why?
has Edmund
Man,
Ronda's coach. I think he needs to leave him.
that's probably his only fighter in the UFC.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, imagine that.
Come on, man. I've never been a fan of his back in Ronda's days. He would hype up her boxing so much,
Yeah.
and it got her in so much trouble. What are you doing?
Especially-
with Holly Holm?
Especially later in her careers, man. It was just like the Holly Holmes, Amanda Nunes.
She was too
like,
much of a star. So much played into it.
It was.
Yeah.
She definitely left at the right time, or forced out at the right time, if you want to say.
That's all Ronda needed was hands, but she had everything else. But what can you do?
The game evolves, man.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
in front of your eyes too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think at least for Edmund, I think maybe anywhere between 15 and 10 is where he should decide his next fight, and then maybe go back to a top 10 fight. Because Jack was 7,
Like 7, yeah.
7.
I think
8.
Edmund should fight another younger guy like him.
Right.
Also another up and comer.
Maybe an unranked guy.
Maybe an unranked dude as well. Kind of in that boat just to get his confidence back. Maybe not his confidence, but like start.
There's
get
a
back in that
middleweight.
one.
What's his name? I think it's Brendan something, right?
Brendan Allen.
Brendan Allen. I think he's the middleweight, right? Because there's two of them. I think that there's 2 brothers that he has a brother that's in the UFC too that he's I think a light heavyweight or a heavyweight, something like that.
I'd have to look it up for you.
But I think it's Brendan Allen he's a middleweight. I think he's unranked. I think that'd be a pretty good fight.
That'd be cool. I mean, I think that's the route he needs to take. Maybe like 1 or 2 more top 15 or what's it called, unranked guys, just to get back in that column, and then go for a top 10 after that.
He has a lot of potential, that kid.
I agree, man.
For sure.
He's. I was watching his hands and I'm like, yo, I completely forgot how good his hands were.
Oh, he's nice.
The way he knocked out Brad Tavares with that head kick.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful.
And it wasn't even a hard kick either. He kind of just slapped him with his foot.
On the button.
He landed one of those against Jack. It kind of like smacked him too. I think it was right somewhere in the second round.
Something like that. Yeah.
It was just like a clean smack. I was like, oh.
And I thought that second round could have been a little toss up too, the way he finished with that ground and pound, because he knew they would reverse him, get on top, and
and that's what we were talking about, how like the judges are gonna make or break this decision, because who knows, what if the judges did give Edmund that second round, and then now you have a draw. You get me? Because that last round was clearly
or going into the third, it's 2-1
exactly,
or 2-0.
It's whether the judges do their jobs right or not, because that fight could have easily been controversial.
Yeah, but the way Jack dominated him in the third round, it was that was an easy 10-8.
Yeah, for sure. That was one of the only 10-8s that actually like really made sense, because a lot of the other 10-8s that have been going on lately, they're like very questionable, you know.
Especially the one on last week's card that we talked about. Those were insane.
Well, what you guys think of Paul Felder? He retired. He made it official.
Man. That was
I think it's about right timing, you know. I think he knows. I mean, he knows.
He made a good point.
Himself.
He made a good point. He said, my fault. He said, if I don't see myself getting the championship within like the next year or so, if there's no path, I'm just gonna hang it up. I promise my family and my friends that, and I promise myself that I do it. Like, it doesn't make sense for me. And he's honestly one of the best commentators in the game.
Yeah, I love this in commentating.
Yeah, he's good. He's very smart, man. He knows his shit for sure.
My favorite is that Twitter exchange with the fan.
Love it.
Oh yeah,
legendary.
Fair enough.
Like, nah, you beat me.
I love how honest the guy was too. Though it's like, no, you will beat me up. That's why I'm writing it on Twitter. Like,
I mean, what can you do, right? Like, yeah, I guess. Like,
you gotta give him to.
Felicia Spencer, she just lost too, right? I think she was the opening.
Yeah.
Was she? No, she wasn't the opening.
No, she was like
the third fight.
The third fight. Yeah. That was an interesting fight as well. I thought, what's her name? Dermont, right?
It was a split decision, right? She lost.
No, I think it was a.
It was a split.
I'm pretty sure it was split.
No, I thought she.
Could you put that
should have been unanimous. That should have been unanimous.
I'm pretty sure it was a split.
But what's it called? What's her name? I can't really say her name right. Dumont.
I think it's Dumont.
Dumont, yeah, Dumont. Dude, she's nice, man, and she's thinking about going down.
I like her feet work.
Yeah, it's very good.
She's going down.
Yeah, because that was a 145 fight. She's talking about going to 135.
It only makes sense. There's only so many fights you could do at 145.
Exactly.
I think, isn't like Felicia Spencer the only 145 right now? Because Megan Anderson's gone. And I think it's just Felicia there at 145.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. I wouldn't doubt it. She probably eventually gonna move down to 135 as well too.
Norma Dumont.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She had trouble making weight, right? She has trouble making weight.
I don't know about trouble making weight, but I know she's huge.
Yeah, that was an interesting fight. Yeah, I think it was a UD, man. Honestly,
that's what's up.
Another interesting, what's it called? The main event for the prelims. What's his name?
Ben Rothwell.
Ben Rothwell. Barnett. So no, it wasn't Josh Barnett. It was Chris Barnett.
Chris Barnett. Yeah.
Chris Barnett. Dude, that dude. He. I think he fought out of Spain. This was his first UFC.
Is it Barnett or is it Barrett?
Is it? I think
it's Barrett.
I think it's Barrett.
No, it's Barnett. No. Barnett. It's Barnett.
Yeah,
it's Barnett.
Okay.
It's Barnett. But I think he fought. What's that? Something Cage Warriors. I think it is. And I think it's somewhere out of
Yoel
Spain.
Romero. I know he fought Yoel Romero and then
he had a jiu-jitsu match with Yoel.
Yeah.
You talking about Chris Barnett, the heavyweight?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Dang.
Yeah, he had a jiu-jitsu match with Yoel.
He's a great grappler.
Which is weird because it showed. No, we're talking about Chris Barnett, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
You keep saying Josh Barnett.
Wait,
he's saying Josh Barnett.
No, wait. Somebody said Josh Barnett, dude.
I said it earlier because I thought that was his name. I said Josh Barnett because I thought that was
Chris Barnett. You guys are throwing me off. I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
I thought somebody said Chris Benoit. I was like, what the hell?
My man came back from the gulag, bro.
What are we even talking about?
But Chris Barnett, he's the dude that just fought. What's his name?
Ben Rothwell.
I was gonna say Ben.
Ben Roethlisberger fought Chris Benoit.
You're throwing me off, man.
Oh my goodness. That's great. Oh man.
Too many Barnetts, man.
Okay.
And Bens. Too many Bens.
Rothwell fought Barnett. Jesus.
Yeah, he did. One? He definitely fought him.
Bro, but it was dominant, man.
Yeah, it
was.
And then he got him the guillotine in the second, right? In the second round?
Yeah, he got him, yeah.
Oh, man. Guillotine? I thought it was like a front.
No, it was a guillotine.
It was a guillotine. It was just awkward. You get me? Yeah. He just had it in a weird position, but honestly, I think he fucking just tapped out because he was done. He was tired. I think he couldn't. Because he kept turning his back. The ref gave him 2 warnings. Said, "I'm gonna call it next time you do it." He was just gas, in my opinion.
Crossbow's experience, so.
And that's my point, though. You get me? That's his first fight in the. Chris Barnett was his first fight.
Together, dude. I think we moved on from Chris Barnett. Ben Rothwell with a choke.
Well.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Second round. Jeez, man.
Second round.
Yes,
choke,
okay.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. What's the next UFC fight card coming up?
I think it's Jorginho Rosenstrike and Sakai. Augusto Sakai.
June 5th.
Oh.
Yep.
That's next week.
Good on Rosenstrike though, man. I think he needs to step back a little bit. He hasn't.
Didn't he just knock somebody out after he got knocked out by?
No, he lost to Cyril Gane.
Yes.
Oh, he did.
Decision.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's 2 for him. So he's fighting. I think Rosenstrike is.
That's not
5?
2 for him. No. He lost to Francis and beat JDS. No, he beat JDS.
Yeah,
afterwards.
that's what I'm saying. He knocked him out after Francis.
And then after that, he fought Gane and lost.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah. Dude, that Sakai guy is nice too, man. He's coming. He's I think he's underrated.
He's Brazilian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's underrated too. It's pretty good.
He's a beast.
It's gonna be an interesting fight night.
There's another fight on that card. I forgot who. Could you pull up that card to see who's on it? I know there was a couple interesting fights on that card.
Yeah, I think they mentioned it. I think right after the fight night on Saturday.
But yeah, fucking. That's gonna be a pretty good fight, I think.
Oh,
you know what's gonna be a really good fight though?
In the world.
There's a fight on the co-main. It's the co-main. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty decent fight.
No lie though.
Walt Harris and Marcin Tybura.
That's the one.
Co-main.
What are you saying, King?
Wilder versus Fury 3 has been announced.
Oh, sorry, real quick. Santiago Ponzinibbio is also.
Yeah, it's been official.
That's the one against Miguel Baeza, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Miguel Baeza fights out of Tampa. He's really good. He's a contender series guy.
That's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be interesting. You said it got announced, King?
Yeah, it got announced officially.
They both signed
for July,
right?
Yeah, Fury signed the contract.
Yeah.
Oh, they signed contracts already and everything?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
And then AJ now has to fight mandatory what's his name? Usyk?
You said like Alexander, right? Something like that? Yeah. Alexander, yeah. Is that fight like official though? Because there's
both those fights are official now.
Oh,
since Fury and Wilder are official now, they're
I hope Tyson Fury just sleeps Wilder again.
Bro, he said he's gonna beat him worse.
Yeah, for pulling that card, man. Like honestly, I thought Fury won the first fight too.
He did win the first fight.
You get me? It's too. I think it's 2-0 regardless. Like, dude, you lost twice, bro.
I thought Wilder won with the knock. I thought it was 10 seconds. I thought that was 10 seconds on the ground already. I thought they started
he got
a little late.
I think they started. He rose like the Undertaker.
It's not his fault when the referee starts to count, though. I think he was going to get up regardless. I think he was just resting. I'm serious. I'm serious.
50 extra seconds, yeah.
There's no way you're just out cold and then you just hear the referee say 8 and spark back up to your feet. He had to have been resting. He knew he got hit with a good punch. His eyes were open. He wasn't like out cold. Whenever he heard, go ahead.
Yeah, I thought Fury won. If since he got up, I thought Fury won with the decision, but I thought he was out with the 10 seconds.
Although Wilder, he fired his coach and his trainer in the last fight, and I don't know if you guys seen the video coming out, but he's looking a lot more sharp than he used to.
I would hope so, man.
His footwork's looking a lot better. His jab's looking better. We'll see.
I would hope so, man. All he was like,
it makes a difference with Wilder because Fury's so much more technical and better than Wilder. But if Wilder can just catch up a little bit with the technicality, his power is such a difference maker. He already showed what he can put Fury down.
Yeah.
Sure.
I just think that was kind of like.
Although I think Fury's gonna win.
I hope Fury.
Yeah, I think Fury's gonna win too.
I want to see Fury and Joshua in the heart of
England.
So
bad.
That's gonna be crazy.
Imagine they both lose.
Oh my goodness, that would be terrible. I'd still put them in there if they both lose.
It still makes sense, right?
It'll still make sense.
And then we'll have to look forward to Wilder and Usyk.
Yeah.
Somebody. Wilder and Chris Benoit.
I know, right? I wouldn't be surprised if they start throwing Andy in the mix again.
Ruiz?
Yeah, I think he just won 2, so who knows? Maybe he's one fight away from challenging one of these guys again.
What sucks about in boxing, one loss makes such an impact on your career.
Yeah,
it's not like
unfortunately.
the UFC. It's so impactful if you lose.
And
For
it's
MMA,
a lot of
period.
in general too.
Yeah.
A lot. It's a lot of like politics that get involved in making fights.
Oh,
man.
it's
like,
so rigged.
Like look what just happened with this whole AJ and Fury fight. Like a technicality is stop this fight from
the contract.
You get me in the contract.
Yeah.
Like,
and they probably could have had the fight like done if they weren't so like, I guess I don't know how to put it into like, I guess being divas about the contract.
Yeah,
I think they were both being divas about the contract.
For sure.
It could have been done already.
Yeah. And so you said Fury said he's gonna beat him up even more for that.
He says he's gonna beat him up worse than he did the last time. That's tough.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I hope so.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
That's crazy, man.
But I think nobody took a loss worse than Wilder. He was coming out with so many excuses.
Oh man, he's had 19 excuses. I heard.
Yeah, like
so many different
thing that he was wearing.
Yeah,
he said they took out the padding out of Fury's boxing glove, so he hits harder.
I swear, they said they put poison or something in his water. I swear he said something like that, bro. That's not even a joke. I swear he said that. He did. I swear.
That's insane. Poisoned him.
Poison though, like poison.
He pulled out a Nick Diaz.
That's crazy.
But imagine that really happened. Imagine he got
pulled a Nick Diaz.
Imagine.
That's not good.
It's like some movie shit right there. Just like spike the drink.
All right, I think we got into everything that happened over the weekend.
Any new fight announcements?
Next weekend,
other than
I don't really think so, to be honest. Has there been?
Douglas Lima. Did we mention the Douglas Lima coming up? He's defending. He's defending his title June 11th against let me see if I can pronounce this. Yaroslav Amosov.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
Probably got Lima, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's gonna probably be the favorite.
June and July is gonna be stacked. There's gonna be so many fights cards in June and July. This summer is gonna be popping.
Some interesting topics, man, for sure.
Oh man, we're gonna have plenty of episodes, plenty of content for you guys.
Demi and Maya versus Belal has been announced also for UFC 263.
Oh, Belal?
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's gonna be interesting. I think what's his name? Maya's close to done in his contract.
Gonna be his last fight.
That's his last fight.
Yeah, he's gonna. That's his retirement fight.
And he's retiring. He's second in submissions, right? Behind Charles Oliveira for most submissions.
I think so.
Talk about one of the best grapplers, BJJ players of all time in the UFC or in MMA. Period.
Mm-hmm. Another big fight that got announced: Manny Pacquiao versus Earl Spence.
Oh man!
Oh, that's right. How do we forget
that?
For August 21st.
That's gonna be crazy.
Well deserved for Earl too, man. I think that's a good fight. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a beating, honestly. We'll see though.
Yeah.
Spence is a killer, man. Undefeated. We'll see what happens.
Oh yeah. Want to thank everybody for tuning in again. This is For the Title, episode 6. It's been a while, huh? It's crazy, man. We're at 6 already, man.
That's crazy. Here we go. All right. Y'all have a good rest of the weekend. Peace. Be safe.
Peace out.